God don't want me around certain black people, and he always makes sure to show me the signs. It ain't been a week. I just thought of the idea, maybe less than a week ago, that, take a out the country, never took a cruise. And I was weighing Carnival, Royal Caribbean, and Virgin. And here come the timeline, right on time, with some 16 people in a brawl in Carnival Cruise Lines.
I want to say this real quick, and I'm going to let this thing play, but I thought the economy was bad, and I thought people didn't have money. It sure is a whole heck of a lot of people traveling on cruises and all this other kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I find that very weird.
I thought gas was high. What happened to that?
Seriously.
And it reminds me, anytime I've ever in the past have seen some drama on the news, it's always been Carnival. And I know y'all about to get in my comments, Jamal, I've been on plenty of Carnival cruises. Duh, I ain't never had nothing. I don't give a. Anytime that Carnival cruise is in the news, it is always a group of black people in some type of foolery and ghetto. Wasn't it a couple of years ago where it was a group of black people fighting in a buffet like gallery on a Carnival cruise? Yeah, I remember it. Like when it starts popping off, I remember what happens. So you know what Carnival Cruise is? Carnival Cruise is the C version, and God rest their wings, of Spirit Airlines. Spirit might not have killed nobody in 34 years it was in business, but every time it was an airplane incident, 8 times out of 10, it was a ghetto-ass Spirit Airlines customer doing some. So, God, I appreciate you for showing me this on TikTok. I appreciate you for throwing in a video. Carnival Cruise, you can count that out. Like, you and your demographic and economic status of clientele, y'all can leave me with that.
If you haven't heard by now, there was a massive brawl that broke out between 2 families at Port Miami. Now, this was in the border and customs patrol area of one of the Carnival cruise ships. But this is why I stay away from Carnival Cruise Line, and I don't want to be anywhere near you mother, because what could y'all doing? I seen they uppercut and ain't no way y'all acting like this on vacation. Now, this is the type of that I see when I'm with my children and I say, let's get away from these, because I don't want to be around these losers. There is no way that you're ruining a vacation because y'all want to fight another family.
That was the beginning of the vacation at that. They hadn't even got on the ship yet. They couldn't hold it in. You know what I'm saying? They couldn't even get on the ship and let that thing dock before they got into it.
Y'all act up everywhere you go, and it's irritating. I don't even understand how people go on vacation and have that. Like, why are you so angry? I'm happy on vacation.
Ginger and Juice said Carnival is the Greyhound bus of the cruise ships.
I want to start talking to people that I don't know. I want to sit at the bar. I want to relax. Fighting another family is the least thing on my mind. I promise you. And I sure ain't about to get locked up on no cruise ship or down no Miami or nothing else. Learn how to act or stop booking these vacations, because y'all literally ruin everybody's good time. Y'all are disgusting. And stop saying, oh, because you got to stand behind the black people. I'm not standing behind no stupid like this. Learn how to act.
Well, you've probably seen the video online. A massive brawl broke out at Port Miami earlier today. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says that the fight was between 2 families. Take a look. This is video from Only in Dade. According to a spokesperson for Carnival Cruise Line, a total of 16 people have been placed on their do not sell list. The spokesperson also said that it happened while the families were passing through Customs and Border Patrol. MDSO said neither of the families wanted to press charges against each other.
Y'all heard the Hatfield and McCoys. That's the Jenkins and the Fergusons.
This was interesting to watch. And first of all, shout out to whoever said that Carnival is like the Spirit, and then to Ginger and Juice for Greyhound. It's so funny that in society, we immediately know where are those areas where ratchetry is most prevalent? Where are those areas where I'm most likely not to have a good experience? I'm most likely going to have to look over my shoulder, and yet we still won't do anything. And it makes me wonder, what is it going to take for the quote-unquote black community to wake up? Because here's the deal. They're not going to talk about this. They're going to try something else to talk about on TikTok, on YouTube. If you are a member of that community, you can't be pressed on this one because then you're racist if I bring it up to you, right? Well, then that's just them, right? But it's not, doesn't speak for everybody else. There's no amount, this is what I've seen. There's no amount of statistics, no amount of history, no amount of news articles that is going to get people to take accountability. Because when I say that, it's why do I have to take accountability for someone else's behavior? Why do white people have to take accountability for everyone else's behavior, right? It's the circular logic that winds up happening. And I'll say this about the families. Whoever the man of that family is, sir, you don't work hard enough or you don't respect it. The do not sale list, you realize for cruises, you probably already paid for a good amount of that cruise. You ain't getting that back. You ain't getting that back. So you lighten your money on fire because you cannot control your family. Because in that situation, you don't walk away. If I've paid 16 people, so if I split it 8 and 8, you spent over $1,000 easy on this cruise, probably a few thousand for all 8 of those individuals. And I see somebody roll up to my family. I'm about to go ahead and cash the final portion of this check and get on the boat. And someone says, hey, you a punk, come over here and fight me. Don't you walk over there. Right? I didn't go to work for you to do all of this stuff. You better sit your butt right here and be a punk and get on this cruise ship and enjoy yourself. Right? I'm not going to deal with all of that stuff. But the problem is that these things continue to happen. And if Carnival says, hey, we're going to update our policies like they did before, y'all remember that out last. We were here on the show and we talked about it. Right? Oh, we can't have loudspeakers anymore. Y'all are racist. Nobody said black people can't have speakers anymore, but you will be so quick to call out racism. And that same speed, I need y'all to keep that same energy, right? Don't stop that energy whenever it comes the other direction. Y'all the first ones to go out there and cape for your skin color, first ones to tell white people that you don't like us, first one to tell us that you have systematic racism, all that. Keep that same energy whenever it's the other way around. And that same group of individuals who are systematically oppressed, the same group of individuals who never had a chance are causing problems, bring that energy to the table as well. Then maybe people will take you seriously.
I think that, first of all, the reason why that neither family pressed charge because they know both of them are wrong. That's number one. They both knew they were wrong. But I think that you're right. I think that the cruise the company should sue them for as much as they can get and bankrupt them so they can't go back on another cruise.
It's that I'm telling you, it's the Klarna, and there's a few others. Klarna is the only one I can really think of because it's probably the most popular one, out there that allows people to, get a cruise and pay for it for 6 months or a year or something along those lines. I mean, people are using Klarna for a bunch of other things too, for Chick-fil-A and stuff, which I think is crazy. Where you're financing a Chick-fil-A meal, which is the craziest thing.
We're going into debt over a number one at Chick-fil-A. Are you serious?
Yes.
That's financial literacy. It needs to come back.
Oh, yeah. Well, again, it also goes back to all these same people. And Nanny wanted me to let you know, AT, that gas has come down. And it has come down. It actually come down tremendously. But all of these people out here traveling, they on vacation, they on cruises, like it's nobody's business. Yeah. But then we'll turn around and tell you that the economy's terrible and they got no money. I'm like, well, how are y'all doing all this traveling?
I'm not for all this. We're going to have to separate. We just are. You cannot be every time people work, okay, and they save their money and they budget themselves so that they can have a few luxuries and a few conveniences in their life. And they cannot spare those things so that they can get trapped up in some melee because you happen to be in line at a time when these foolish people get into an argument. And you got to think about it. You can drink all day on these cruises. You can drink from sunup to sundown, and God knows what else they bring with them. I don't know, that can keep them, intoxicated or maybe not in their, best mind where they can, think well and react appropriately. I don't want to be around them. I absolutely don't want to be around them. And it's a shame that, you know what it is? It's about people's inability to accept that they have to adjust for society. And I'm going to go back to this whole self-esteem movement and all the foolishness we have been raising our children on for the last 30 years. I'm okay, you're okay. No, you're not okay. Your parents have to make you into something that the rest of the world can tolerate. That is the job of the parents, is to find a way to make your child likable so that when they go out into the society, they can be well received in as many circles as possible, because that's what can create for them an advantage. If you have good manners and a good disposition, it is worth more than a skill, because people are willing to train somebody who has good manners and a good disposition. So the most important important thing a parent can do is instill those characteristics in their children that will make them likable. What we've got is a bunch of unlikable people out here traveling and mixing amongst us. Every time you try to go and get a steak, here they come. You try to sit in some sun, here they are. You got sand in your toes. You better stay in a squat in case you gotta run, because here they come loading down the beach. You can't escape them anywhere. For me, I say go back to work, make more money, and figure out where it is they can't go and try and get yourself there, because this is the fatigue. We are tired of our little bit of hard-earned leisure time being corrupted and interrupted by these miscreants.
Baby grown-ups.
Yeah, that's what they are. You know, Bebe's kids. Kids grew up. How about that? You know, for those
They
that
didn't
know,
die, they multiplied.
They multiplied, and now they are adults.
Everywhere.
Yep.
I will say this. I don't want to give the secrets away, but I'm going to give a few secrets away because we family here. Whatever they're talking about on TikTok, Insta, as far as vacation spots, just do the opposite.
Don't go.
Just do the opposite.
Go. Please.
Everybody's like, oh man, I'm going on a cruise. You know what? I'm not going on cruises. Nope.
Yes.
There is a plethora of great resorts that are right here stateside that you can get that. You can still get that luxury feeling that you're looking for.
That's right.
And you don't have to be around these types of people.
That's right.
Because they hadn't heard of them yet. Now, I don't want to give you any of my spots. You know what I'm saying? I got a couple spots that you know, I'm like, yeah, this is where we'll go. Up in the mountains, you ain't got to worry about people acting the fool up there in Mount Airy. You ain't got to worry about that. Gorgeous, beautiful up there, all time of the year too. Or if you want the beach and play some golf, it's right there. People, they want to get ratchet, they go out to Ocean City. No, there's a lot of really cool places that you go right here in the country that most people that's not out there on the radar that most people can go to.
Thank God.
You know, and maybe the price point might be a little higher, but you pay to not be around ratchetness. You know what I'm saying? It is worth it. You might have, you know, it might be a little slight uptick, you know, in the price, but hey, you pay to not be around the ratchetness.
There are code words when you're looking through the websites. If you see the word tranquility, that's a sign.
I'm just over y'all. Y'all around here telling all these things.
Didn't
even say anything.
EBT corner using 40 drinking pavement chips. Where to go? Why y'all telling them that stuff? Don't be telling them where to go. We will definitely be going on cruises, but we know the cruises to go on because they can't afford those cruises. They can't even smell those cruises. They can't pay for the flights to go there. And the cruise lines that we go on, the minute you cut up, they're throwing you off.
Locking you up.
They're locking you up or throwing you off. They're not sitting down here trying to figure out how to work it out. Absolutely not. I told Brother Wise this, was it a couple of days ago? Royal Caribbean turned the ship around. And was like, get off. We don't want you on here. That's the type of traveling. But no, all I'm saying is at this point, I'm just tired of these gutter ratchet bunnies. But that's what they are. They're just so tiring. At this point, like, I blame the Boule crowd because the Boule crowd is a crowd that uplifts them. That's the point. They're the ones that uplift them. They're the ones that and as we always say, it's not about black and white, it's about class realistically, and they lack class. And the difference within the black cult, I'm going to call it that, the black cult and everybody else, they will shun, make shame and great again all of their bad behaving people. No, you can't be coming on here. No, you're not. They will make you so uncomfortable. I have seen it where the and I'll say it, the redneck country bumpkin, whatever, that don't have no kind of common sense come around the family that got their stuff together, and they will make them so uncomfortable. They don't even want to show up no more. They want no parts because they feel so uncomfortable. But black people be like, come on in, cousin, and then you're just like, why are y'all doing this? I'm telling y'all, the separation is real, and I am all team. I know Minister Denzel says if you put them all together, they'll become dangerous and all that. I agree. I just feel like we just need to find one spot on earth and just leave them. like just leave them right there. Because
that
they're
would
going
be
to
nice.
be problematic. This is something I realized living here in Atlanta. The people who their status is when they can come into the places to have money. So they will do whatever they have to do, even though they have not left. Let me put it this way. You took Crystal out the hood, but the hood did not come with Crystal. That did not come with Crystal because Crystal was never hood. Crystal was never ratchet. Crystal was never, did not have that mindset. So when I left there, I never actually belonged there. That was where I was living, but that was not where, that was never who I was. These people leave these areas and they want to take it with them. And then they want to put it on top of everybody. And then they get offended when everybody calls them black fatigue. Even when you look at with Bonnie Blue, don't nobody want to claim Bonnie Blue. I believe she's an OF type girl that listen.
Oh, I know her. She's the one that had the world record.
Yes.
The most amount of
men. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, that's just sick.
Yes.
Yeah.
It was like 1,024 hours or something like that.
Sick.
But ain't nobody white people are sitting down there. We love us some Bonnie Blue. That's one of our. They're not doing that. They're not doing no parts of her. And that's what I'm saying. Why do we keep embracing? Again, make shaming great again. Make them uncomfortable because you should never be comfortable in your sin. You should never be comfortable in that. I love Proverbs. Proverbs 11:22 says, like a gold ring and a pig's snout is a beautiful woman who lacks discretion. That's what women were. Right. Proverbs 12:16, the vexation of a fool is known at once, but the prudent ignores an insult. That is what I'm talking about. They don't even read and learn. They just go. That's why I tell you tell them to go read Thomas Sowell. They ain't gonna touch that. They ain't gonna listen to it either. These people, they are reprobate. And the Lord said that some of these people, because they wanted to deny the conviction of the Holy Spirit, they wanted to deny everyone trying to show them the right way. He's going to lead them in their reprobate mind. And that is what we're seeing with these people.
I want to hear from you guys. What are your thoughts on any of this? Hit the like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel, turn the notifications on to all so you never miss an upload. Consider joining the ARP family or buy your brother a coffee. That link's in the description box below. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you guys next time. Peace.
It is God who arms me with strength. Yeah, I'm battle ready. He trains my hands for battle. My heart stays steady. But thanks be to God, he gives us the victory. Through my Lord Jesus Christ, it can't live in me. I was down to the dirt, red clay on my shoes, old pain in my shirt, oh so bruised. And the Lord hit my chest, kicked air from my breath, put power in my step.